Hi guys, Brain here, and welcome to another commentary video. Today, we're going to be talking about the concept of taking aggro and how I've seen lately while I've been playing Killer and Survivor that a lot of people are doing this horrendously wrong. And I want to define first what taking aggro is, and then talk about the examples of bad examples of how people have been taking aggro out in the field while I've been playing, and how we don't do those if we actually want to be taking good aggro. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So the concept of taking aggro, if we could explain it in just like layman's terms very simply, is there's someone that the killer is chasing that's disadvantageous for the victory of the team, whether that be somebody who just came off hook and the killer's tunneling, or they find somebody who's on death hook, which would very swiftly turn into a 3v1 if that killer successfully downs that survivor. So instead of, just letting that chase happen, you in some way try to entice the killer into chasing you instead. That way they get off the person that they were going to kill or hook. That would have been super disadvantageous for your team. That's a super rudimentary definition of it, but it's just simple enough that it works for what we're talking about today, because man, do I say a lot of people do this very poorly. It's like a lot of people just don't understand the goal of quote unquote taking aggro. Because the main part about the definition that we just explained is enticing the killer to chase you over someone else. Enticing the killer to chase you over someone else. You want the killer to look at you and see you as a more viable option to chase than the person that they are currently chasing. And I feel like this is where a lot of people go wrong, because that enticing part of it is what people fail at. A lot of people just kind of think that a killer will just take any chase that presents themselves in front of them, and they'll just go after you with the minimal amount of effort. Killers know the importance of tunneling. Killers know the importance of hooking somebody on death hook. They know that this is going to be more advantageous for them winning the game than, say, like a low MMR player. So if you just kind of plop yourself in front of the killer, often he will just ignore you. So you have to do something in your power to entice the killer to chase you instead. And this is where I see a lot of people mess up. One of the big ways I see people mess this up is, especially in this meta, a lot of people are running sprint burst now. It's kind of the super powerful, low effort meta thing that exists now. A lot of people are running sprint burst. But a lot of people will try to take aggro with sprint burst, and it completely do it in a way that defeats the purpose of, taking aggro. A lot of people will sit on a gen directly in front of the killer while a chase is going by them. And if the killer tries to actually break off and chase you instead, they sprint burst away. They sprint burst into the stratosphere. And if I'm thinking about it from my perspective, if I'm the killer, I'm chasing somebody who just came off hook, or I'm chasing somebody who's on death hook. I say, okay, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to stop chasing this person, and I'm going to go hit you on the jet. The moment I approach, you zip away, and now you're 3 tiles away in a safe tile. Who am I going to chase? Am I going to chase the healthy guy that was just sitting on the gen and then just sped away 3 tiles to a strong tile where he can loot me for a while? Or am I going to keep chasing the injured person? Who am I going to chase in that perspective? Who is the killer going to realistically go after? They're going to stay on that person that they were originally chasing. And that's when the survivor's like, oh, he's such a tunneler. Oh, he's got tunnel vision. And it's like, you gave me no reason to chase you. In that scenario, you gave me no reason to chase you, because chasing you would have been objectively not in my favor. There's no benefit to me chasing you in that regard, so why would I chase you? And that's what a lot of people fail to understand. They also do this just in general with this main buildings and strong structures. If I'm chasing somebody who's on death hook or just came off hook, and you run in the way, and I start to chase you, but you run to say the main boat of Pale Rose, or you run to the Eyrie of Crows, that's a bad place for me. That'll waste a lot of my time. If I go chase you up into there, that is going to be a tremendously long amount of time that I'm going to waste up in there, when I could have just kept chasing that person, got the down, and potentially had somebody dead, or at least close to dead. This is the fundamental flaw with the way people view taking aggro, is they don't understand the enticing part. They are so concerned with their own self-preservation that they don't know how to take aggro, because taking aggro inherently is an altruistic thing that is putting yourself in a self-sacrificial role for a brief period of time in order to take that pressure off of the other person. So people play in a way that just kind of focuses so much on, okay, I'll do this, but I'm not going to put myself in any real danger, and that defeats the purpose. Some of the best examples I see of people taking aggro are people intentionally running into a dead zone. And the killer goes, oh, well, they're in a dead zone, so I'll go chase them. And you will probably get hit in that dead zone, but then through the speed burst of you getting hit in that dead zone, you go somewhere where you can actually loot them. And now the killer's going to commit to you because at this point, it's time lost, right? Like at this point, it's time lost. I didn't commit to the person I was originally chasing, and I've hit this person already, so I've already put time investment into this chase, so I might as well keep chasing them even though they've reached a structure where they can actually loot. Like that, and that's the biggest, like, people don't want to put themselves in danger. There's so many times when I'm taking aggro where I'll intentionally like lag behind. Like I'll turn, like if they're chasing that person and I'm ahead of the chase, I would literally turn around and put myself between them. That way, like, the killer has no other option but to chase me. And then when I get hit, I try to go not to a super strong structure, but maybe to like a path pallet or something. That way it is more appetizing to go after me instead of the person that's on death hook or the person that just came off hook. And people just keep missing that vital component of making that chase enticing for the killer, and they don't put themselves in the shoes of the other player. Now, that's a huge thing in DBD in general with, like, you know, counterplay and everything else. Is like players don't typically know how to put themselves in the shoes of the other player, because the best counterplay is when it comes when you understand what's in the head of the other player, so you're able to make adjustments. But that's a whole other video. That's a whole other video. Yeah, if you're out here trying to quote unquote take aggro, you got to make sure that that chase is enticing to the killer. Give the killer a good enough reason to chase you over, because they're already quote unquote in an enticing chase already, because that person is either come off or they're death hook. You somehow have to make chasing you more enticing than the already enticing chase that they are already in. And if you can do that, that's how you truly take aggro. So what kind of mistakes have you seen when it comes to taking aggro? Let me know down in the comments below, but that's going to be it for today's video, friend. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today, but I do upload daily, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.